and welcome to the Vayne commentary video.
Hitting me is like boxing with shadows.
As per usual, the non-commentary version shall be linked underneath. Vayne is an AD carry who is exceptionally dependent on consecutive attacks.
I smell
This is due to her
black
main
magic.
ability, Silver Bolts, which we currently possess, which will stack twice on the enemy from auto attacks before being finally consumed, as we see here, to deal a large percentage of their maximum health.
Beware.
This makes Vayne very destructive throughout the entire game, especially towards tanks, if she has the ability to continually attack the enemy. This is made all the more dangerous by her passive ability, Night Hunter, which increases the movement speed of her when she's approaching enemy champions.
First blood. The shadows
This
are
makes
to be
Vayne
feared.
very effective with, as well as usual damage increase, for having attack speed increase, a movement speed increase, to be able to hunt and quickly kill
Evil lurks
anyone she
around
faces.
every corner.
Here we finally gain her second ability after having level 2 for quite a while, which is Tumble. This move is actually better to take first, but
They
back
will
before I
be
realised that I always
purified.
took Silver Bolts first, so that's why I had Silver Bolts now. Tumble will effectively let us dodge an attack, or at least dodge away from an attack, not if something's actually already attacking us.
Wings of night.
And then be able to also increase the damage we will deal on our next attack. Sadly, I don't actually get to see this yet though, because I don't get to actually tumble towards an enemy.
In the
We
dark.
do now though, but then I have to
Always
back away
lay
because
bare.
I was going too close to the turret like a fool. But Tumble, as well as being a good evasive maneuver, is also yet one more tool in her arsenal to be able to quickly hunt down enemy targets, which continues to make her even more destructive if she is allowed to move as she wills.
Beware.
We have Vayne's final ability at the moment, however we're not using it yet, and there is a key reason why for this. This ability is called
Evil lurks
Condemn,
around every corner.
and this will knock back an enemy, dealing some damage to them. And it has quite a bit of a cooldown, so it isn't good to waste mana. However, the key
dark
aspect to
should
it
fear
is
me.
that if Condemn causes the enemy to be knocked back into a wall, as we should hopefully be seeing shortly, then it will actually stun the enemy
I
and deal
have
even more
judgment.
damage. As we see here, she's stunned against the wall and can't do a thing. So saving that ability to be able to get an enemy on the wall is always ideal,
smell
unless you definitely
black
need to get them
magics.
away from you. Silver Bolts, as well as being very useful on championships at high HP,
I release
just adds the
them from
extra
their pain.
passive damage to minions to get them killed if you already have 2 stacks on them. However, be noted that only one enemy can have
The
stacks of
shadows
silver
are
bolts
to
on
be
them at a
feared.
time. If you attack any other enemy, then the previous stacks will disappear. And of course, they won't last forever either. They last for a few
I
seconds.
hear the innocent cry.
Here, Misfortune makes the mistake of getting close to us thinking she can take us. What she forgets is the fact that we have silver bolts, and it's very destructive. Leveling up silver bolts will actually give an increased percentage
dark,
damage, which is why I'm going for
Always
that.
lay
However, leveling up Tumble will reduce the cooldown and increase the amount of damage that it deals on the next attack. So it depends on
I
which you actually
smell
need at the
black
time, whether you
magics.
need the extra percentage damage, or if you need the extra movement and attack damage. Personally, it might actually be better to go for Tumble,
Beware.
unless you can guarantee yourselves the 3 stacks. And here, we finally take down Misfortune yet
The
again.
dark should fear me.
They continually make a mistake of thinking that they can take me. Attack-wise, they could, but the computers keep forgetting that I have the percentage
On
damage,
wings of night.
which makes Vayne as powerful as she is. She's up there with Varys for good AD carries to chunk down tanks. And also Cogmore, he does this well.
Around every corner.
There we just miss stunning Tarek on the wall. As you saw, he didn't get the extra damage and he was able to move very quickly.
I hear the innocent.
If we just managed to get him on the wall, then we could have gotten the kill then, because he would have had the extra stun. Of course, we have Sona with us, which, as you recall the previous one, if you watched it, is my favourite support, and she can keep us nice and healed. Here we used our ultimate, but we actually used it to escape rather than to attack. Her ultimate is called Final Hour. And instead of using her little crossbow, she brings out her big crossbow and begins shooting the enemy. She gains extra movement speed off her passive movement speed increase when running towards enemy champions, and also gains an invisibility effect after using Tumble, which makes her all the more deadly. When you have Final Hour up, you can pretty much hunt down anyone. No one can get away from you unless we're able to take you down, or get behind a turret so that you need to back away. I shall just take a moment here to mention that Vayne has the kind of law that goes with Batman's law. That's why Vayne is awesome, because Vayne is like Batman.
Beware.
She lost her parents when she was younger, and in fact her entire family. And now she hunts evil as a vigilante. Except for unlike Batman, she kills more often, because Batman does kill people if you recall. All those people complaining about him killing people in the second of the 90s films, not realising that he actually killed people before then in the comics.
Evil lurks around every corner.
And here we're gaining a little bit of extra help. It's actually coming from Sona, which sadly brings her to almost death, which could have gone a lot worse, to be honest.
The dark should fear me.
Yeah, she kind of teleported in to 4 enemies, but because Sona is so powerful, it's fine. As we saw then, Darius got stunned against the wall.
I hear the innocent.
Condemn is always a useful ability. As long as if you can get them near a wall. And here we're going to stun Fiddlesticks away. Oh wait, no, we're still on cooldown. I planned to stun Fiddlesticks away at that time, because I actually recall that, to stop him from being able to leech life from Sona. However, it was still on cooldown because, like I said before, Condemn does have a very long cooldown, which is why it's good to only use it if you really need to, or you can guarantee it's going to be hit on the wall. Oh, and Sona's wanting the blue buff, so we're just going to give it to her. Because we all like Sona. Everyone likes Sona. Every pony likes Sona.
The shadows are to
That was very risky. I shouldn't have done that final attack due to the percentage down health that I took off the enemy. But luckily we didn't steal it from Sona. Otherwise I would have been slightly mean.
In the dark, all is laid bare.
And yes, we do have a Blitzcrank as well as a Sona. We have 2 supports on this map. It's
Time
fine.
for reckoning.
Then again, I believe Blitzcrank is going for more punch-related spec anyway. Once Vayne has the BF sword, as well as move speed moves, farming her with her becomes very easy and more enjoyable. Since the problem before then is always, of course, that it's harder to be sure that you're going to get a finishing hit.
The shadows are
However, with the BF sword, it's always a lot easier to guarantee last hits. Then again, that might just be me because I'm really bad at playing. And there comes Fiddlesticks. But Sona is very good and stuns him off, and then we finish him off. Yes, Fiddlesticks was trying to kill us with a murder of a crow as well. But both Sona and I were both prepared for that with our stuns.
I smell black magics.
However, it is important to note that even when stunned, the murder of a crow's damage will continue as seen. Small note that is always good to remember, because that has caused my death a few times, believing that I incapacitated him and thus saved myself, when in fact I didn't. And here Misfortune comes a little bit too close and positions herself so I can knock her further away from the turret.
Cleansing blood with
A
soap.
very bad mistake to make when you're facing against Vayne. And yes, this music, if you are aware of it, is Kuja's theme. Final Fantasy IX. I just thought it sounded kind of fitting, and it does. Oh, and then Sona accidentally got killed, but it's fine. Just keep attacking Darius there so that he can't finish off Sona. Because we like Sona, we don't want Sona to die. Sona shall live when we can save her. Sadly, we lack the mana here to be able to actually use Condemn. However, we're still able to kill her, which is good. That is a problem with Condemn and Final Hours, which they both cost a lot of mana. Tumble, on the other hand, costs very little mana. And Silver Bolts cost no mana.
I pass judgment.
So unless you're using her ultimate and Condemn a lot, you shouldn't have any mana problems with Vayne. But if you're going to use them, you should really pay attention to the fact that you could lose mana. Yes, because right there we're not able to stun him. Then we get Final Hour, and then we quickly whittle down Tarek and Fiddlesticks. The increased movement speed from Final Hour is very good. And Sona sacrificed herself so we could get the kill. It's very brave of her. Sadly, we can't get that final hit.
Evil lurks around every
We just got the mana to actually be able to use Tumble, but it was just 1 second too late. It's always the way, isn't it? But yes, it was a worthy sacrifice that Sona made for us.
I hear the innocent cry.
And now we go for Bloodthirster, or the Phantom Dancer. Which do I pick? The Phantom Dancer. Which will give us the increased movement speed as well as the ability to walk through troops.
I smell black
The latter
magics.
not always being useful, however sometimes when you get stuck on minions, it's a lifesaver. But I mostly have it for the increased movement speed, increased attack speed, and the critical damage. Which is all really useful for Vayne due to her percentage damage from Silver Arrows. At this point I decided to man mode it and just take on all of them at once. Because Misfortune thought she could take me, but then I bring out the bigger crossbow on Vayne's back, and it pretty much settles it. And I'm getting quite farmed on this map, which is always good as a Vayne. Vayne is up there with Cogmore, with AD carries that you really want to get farmed. They're both weak at the start, however, when farmed, there's so much power.
Cleansing blood with soap.
As you saw then, Misfortune was taken down half health from that Silver Arrow's blood. It goes to show exactly how much damage it does despite it just being attack speed based. Not having to worry about the actual... then we're gonna go get blue for Sona. I believe this might be the bit when I accidentally screw up.
Should feel me.
No, I didn't screw up, that's good. I believe on one of these I accidentally do too much damage because I forget the percentage health and accidentally steal away Sona's buff. It may be a few months since I recorded it, but I remember mistakes like that.
In the dark, all is laid bare.
Vayne is actually very good at taking down
The die is cast.
the dragon. However, we're not going to fight.
Swift.
We could have used Condemn on Fiddlesticks to stop Sona from taking the beating she was taking. However, keeping him completely still and just murdering him was more useful. And Sona was fine, so it was okay. And right now we're just getting rid of Darius before he decides to slam dunk us, which would have been very painful.
Evil lurks around every corner.
And Kha'Zix just finishing off everything on the side, as Kha'Zix does. No, we just didn't bother waiting for Minion to just take down the turret. And we finally get ourselves killed. Yes. Oh, so much arrogance can only go so far to keep yourself alive. At a certain point, the world decides to make you pay for it. But now we get a Bloodthirster, so it's fine. Just need to get some stacks on that, and then we can keep ourselves pretty much fully alive.
Legendary.
Also, as a small note, if you're thinking of making commentaries on videos, make sure not to do multiple in a row after just waking up with a sore throat. Just a small bit of advice there. Advice for
Your
life.
team has destroyed an inhibitor.
The shadows are to be feared.
Killing spree.
Tor gives him very little bit of movement speed wise for getting somewhere. It's not really too much worth it though.
Killing spree.
It's better just to save it and have the extra defense. And offense, of course.
On wings of night.
Double kill.
And there we have Blitzcrank being awesome, which is always good to see. Having two supports next to each other killing everyone.
Time.
What else do you want to see in this game?
Beware.
And I was pondering going up to destroy the turret, but thought it might have been a bad idea. Ty makes a mistake of coming at
I
us.
release them from
Then
their
again,
base.
it's the only thing he's able to do, I suppose. But yeah, Silver Bolts is just doing exceptionally good loads of damage.
Innocent cry.
The more health they have, doesn't help them when we have Silver Bolts. And we should really get away from that before I get myself killed. Too late. And Fiddlesticks takes everyone down. Fiddlesticks always finishes off for us whenever we're arrogant on our side. Whenever it's a game that has a Fiddlesticks bolt, you're guaranteed to have Fiddlesticks come in with double and triple kills, due to us just getting too arrogant, staying in for too long, and then suddenly getting a murder of crows on everyone. But alas, that is the way that these games go. The biggest killer in League of Legends is greed. It's a fact.
In the dark.
It's always the thing that kills you.
laid bare.
You're going to stay too long, you're going to try and kill one more enemy, you're going to try and charge someone, and it's going to get you killed.
On wings of night.
Ah, and here we go to give Sona a nice buff. Because we like giving Sona blue buffs.
Evil lurks around every corner.
But however, as mentioned before, yeah, I accidentally forgot how much damage I dealt.
Cleansing blood with silver.
That's just how powerful Vayne gets when she has some gear. She shocks even me sometimes.
I hear the innocent cry
But
out.
that is true, now we can spam tumble everywhere we go. There'll be cooldown reduction and mana reducing. Sadly, we killed her a little bit too quick for Cerny Seal touches to give her an assist then.
I smell.
But yes, Vayne with a blue buff is actually very powerful. So Tumble already has a very low cooldown, a few seconds when it's level 5. When she has a blue buff with the extra 20% cooldown reduction, that becomes quite ridiculous. As you see there, it is 3 seconds cooldown on Tumble. That's 3 seconds cooldown on being able to move towards someone and deal extra damage. There are very few things that can save you. However, Ghost on Darius is one of those things that can save you.
Your team has destroyed.
Impure fool.
And there we just take down Miss Fortune as she thinks she can finish us off with a bullet time. Find Darius and just managed to score a condemn on the wall. It's very close. Have Fiddlesticks almost kill us, but be focused on him. As long as you focus on Fiddlesticks, it's fine. Forget to focus on him, and you get a triple kill. And here we finally finish this match. So, that has been Vayne's commentary video. A demonstration of how to play her if you're really bad like me.
Should fear me.
So, until next time, farewell, every pony.
Double kill.